I'd like to commence this video with a request. For those interested in receiving more premium betting tips and predictions, especially if my guidance has contributed to your success in winning bets and generating revenue, I kindly seek your support in revitalizing this channel. Your assistance plays a crucial role in bolstering my presence on YouTube. You're welcome to explore my Patreon support tier or check out my various plans. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you seeking our premium picks. You can find the link in the bio and comment section below. Thank you for considering and supporting me. Jets vs. Avalanche. My team pick is Avalanche minus 1.5 goals. After dropping Game 1 7-6, Colorado has bounced back nicely, winning Game 2 5-2 and Game 3 6-2. After winning Games 2 and 3, the AVS have a 2-1 playoff series lead. The offense has been red hot in this series for the AVS. They scored 5 or more goals in each of the 3 playoff games in this series. Cale Makar has 6 points and Nathan MacKinnon, Mikko Rantanen, and Artturi Lehkonen each have 5 points in this series. All 4 players have recorded at least 1 point in each of the 3 games in the series. After a poor game, Alexander Georgiev was solid in Games 2 and 3, allowing 2 goals in each game. After a rough start to the series, Colorado has settled down nicely and seems to have taken control of the series. Playing at home in Game 4, Colorado will win this contest by 2 or more goals and take a commanding 3-1 series lead. Bet the puck line, minus 1.5, and take Colorado. My total pick is over 6.5 goals. This playoff series has been very high scoring, especially from Colorado's side. The AVS scored 5 or more goals in each of the 3 playoff games in this series. Cale Makar has 6 points and Nathan MacKinnon, Mikko Rantanen, and Artturi Lehkonen each have 5 points in this series. All 4 players have recorded at least 1 point in each of the 3 games in the series. Winnipeg's offense was hot in Game 1, scoring 7 goals. They have cooled off a bit in Games 2 and 3, scoring 2 goals in each game. However, with Colorado's offense red hot, the total has gone over 6.5 goals in each of the 3 games in this playoff series. This series will continue to be high scoring and the over will hit in Game 4. Take the over, 6.5 goals. Canucks vs. Predators. My team pick is Predators win. While Casey DeSmith is going to be in the net, take the better goaltender as Juuse Saros should be able to do well and sit on his head during Game 4. Nashville needs to win as a 3-1 series lead would ultimately mark the end of the series. DeSmith is not known as a starting quality goaltender and the blemishes he has will be shown the longer he is forced to be in the net. Go with the Nashville Predators to win Game 4. My total pick is under 5.5 goals. These defenses have been suffocating as the first 3 games have averaged 4.67 total goals per game. Both teams have also been unable to attempt too many shots throughout the first 3 games in the postseason as the Canucks are last in the sport with 17.0 shot attempts per game while the Predators are 14th with 23.3 shot attempts per game. All in all, go with under 5.5 goals in this game. Rangers vs. Capitals. My team pick is Rangers minus 1.5 goals. The New York Rangers will win and sweep this quarterfinal series against Washington on Sunday. New York's blue line and goalie Igor Shesterkin have been too strong for the Capitals to penetrate as Washington has scored only 5 goals through 3 games. At the same time, Washington is conceding 3.67 goals per game in the series. New York's Shesterkin has a 1.67 goals against average and has stopped 70 of the 75 shots he has faced in goal over the first 3 games. New York has won each of its last 5 games and the Rangers have won 5 in the last 6 games versus Washington. Washington has lost 10 of its last 14 games and the Capitals have lost 5 of the last 6 games against a team from the Metropolitan Division. My total pick is under 5.5 goals. New York has scored 11 goals through the first 3 games of this series, for a goals for average of 3.67, which is slightly higher than New York's goals for average of 3.39 during the regular season. Vincent Trocheck and Chris Kreider have each scored 2 goals to lead the Rangers, while Mika Zibanejad has 4 assists to lead New York and is tied with Trocheck in points with 5 to lead the Rangers. New York goalie Igor Shesterkin is 3-0 with a 1.67 goals against average and a .933 save percentage. Shesterkin has stopped 70 of the 75 shots he has faced in goal during the first 3 games of the series. New York is leading the NHL during the playoffs in goals against at 1.67 per game. The Rangers have won each of the last 5 games that Shesterkin has been in goal. Washington faces elimination in Game 4 of this series, and even if the Capitals win, they will continue to face elimination in each of the next 3 games. Washington is last amongst the 16 NHL playoff teams in goals for at 1.67 per game. Washington's power play has been successful just 13.3% of the time in this series. The Capitals are taking an average of 25 shots per game. 5 different players have scored 1 goal each for Washington in the postseason, and Alex Ovechkin remains pointless through 3 games of the postseason. Washington goalie Charlie Lindgren is 0-3 with a 3.77 goals against average and .864 save percentage. Lindgren has stopped 70 of the 81 shots faced in goal. Lindgren is facing an average of 27 shots per game. Washington is 14th in goals against in the postseason at 3.67. The total has finished under in 4 of Washington's last 5 games and in 4 of the last 5 games that Washington has played against the New York Rangers. Washington has GPG average of only 1.67 per game in this series. The total has finished under 5 of New York's last 6 games. Oilers versus Kings. My team pick is Oilers moneyline. The Edmonton Oilers are coming off a decisive win on Friday against the Kings with a final score of 6-1. This win would put the Oilers to a 2-1 lead in the series. While Stuart Skinner did play well in net for the Oilers, the defense was more pronounced in Game 3, where we saw Skinner only face 28 shots on net. With the defense keeping the shot total lower than previous games, it gave the offense a chance to win by only needing a couple goals. In his case, however, the Oilers scored 6 goals against the Kings, mainly due to the several power play opportunities the Oilers were given, which resulted in 3 goals. Stuart Skinner will be starting in net for the Oilers, as he has this whole series against the Kings. Skinner this postseason has a record of 2-1-0 with a goals against average of 3.31 and a save percentage of .890. In his last game against the Kings, Skinner made 27 saves against 28 shots on goal, resulting in a save percentage of .964. The Los Angeles Kings are coming off a big loss on Friday against the Oilers with a final score of 1-6. The defense of the Kings fell apart in this game as they allowed 40 shots on net against Cam Talbot. While this did hurt the Kings' chances to come back into this game, their inability to take advantage of power play opportunities was the final nail in the coffin. LA had 5 power play opportunities in which they did not score a single goal. Adding insult to injury, the Kings gave up 7 penalties to the Oilers, which they were able to capitalize on and find an easy win. Cam Talbot will be starting in goal against the Oilers on Sunday. Cam Talbot this offseason has a record of 1-2-0 with a goals against average of 5.30 and a save percentage of .861. In his last outing against the Oilers, Talbot recorded 34 saves on 40 shots on goal, resulting in a save percentage of .850. You could argue that the LA Kings have a good reason to win this game so they can tie the series before heading back to Edmonton for Game 5, but I view this as a more important game for the Oilers. Edmonton, like every other team in the NHL, wants to win their series at home, not just because of the advantage, but for the fans and themselves. Edmonton will be pulling out all the stops in this game to wrap it up at home in Game 5. The Oilers should have no issue winning again as long as their defense played like they did on Friday. I am taking the Oilers on the money line. My total pick is over 6.5 goals. This total has been shown that it can be covered by the Oilers alone time and time again this season. All 3 games thus far in the series has resulted in an over, and I expect that trend to continue in this one. The Edmonton Oilers have an over-under record of 9-5 as favorites on the road in the playoffs all time. I am taking the over at 6.5 goals.